Good morning, students. 7th Standard Social Science Economics Lesson 1 Continuation. The previous class we saw about the factors of production, primary factors, land and labor. Land we have completed. Now we will see the labor. Labor is a human input into the production process. Alfred Marshall defines labor as the use of body or mind, partly or wholly, with a view to secure an income apart from the pleasure derived from the work. So this definition is given by Alfred Marshall. Then next definition is given by Adam Smith. He is known as the father of economics and his economics is wealth economics. He wrote two classic works, The Theory of Moral Sentiments in 1759 and An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations in 1776. Look at this picture. The labor is doing the machinery work and physical work, it is a agricultural work, and mind work, this is a service work, tertiary or service work. Physical work, this is the primary factor, and secondary factor, this is a machinery work. Now we will see about the characteristics of labor. Labor is more perishable than other factors of production. It means labor cannot be stored. The labor of an unemployed worker is lost forever for the day when he does not work. Labor can neither be postponed nor accumulated for the next day. It will perish. And once time is lost, it is lost forever. And second one, labor is an active factor of production. Neither land nor capital can yield much without labor. Labor is not homogeneous, that means same type. And skill and dexterity vary from person to person. Their skill and dexterity means skill in performing task, especially with the hands. தொழிலாளர்களோட திறமை எல்லோருக்கும் ஒரே மாதிரியாக இருப்பதில்லை. Labor cannot be separated from laborer. Labor வந்து தொழிலாளி, இது வந்து பாட்டாளி. And labor is mobile. அவங்க மூவ் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. Man moves from one place to another from a low paid occupation to a high paid occupation. Then individual labor has only limited bargaining power. He cannot fight with his employer for a rise in wages or improvement in workplace conditions. However, when workers combine to form trade unions, the bargaining power of labor increases. Next division is the division of labor. The concept division of labor was introduced by the Adam Smith in his book An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. Division of labor means dividing the process of production into distinct and several component processes and assigning each component in the hands of a labor or a set of laborers who are specialized in that particular process. Look at this car manufacturing unit, bike manufacturing unit. For example, a tailor stitches a shirt in full. In case of garments exporters, cutting of cloth, stitching of hands, body, collars, holes for buttons, stitching of buttons, etc. are done independently by different workers. Therefore, they are combining the parts into a whole shirt. Look at this tailor. Tailor hardly he'll used to stitch 3 to 5 shirts in a day. But they are in the garment business, garment industry, in that the different workers, they do the different work. Finally, everything merged together and make a whole work. Merits of divisions of labor. It improves efficiency of labor when labor repeats doing the same task. Facility is the use of machinery in production, resulting in inventions. Example, Morse telegraphic codes. Then time and materials are put to the best and most efficient use. And demerits of division of labor. Repetition of the same task makes labor to feel that the work is monotonous and stale. It kills the humanity in him. And second point, narrow specialization reduces the possibility of labor to find alternative avenues of employment. This results in increased unemployment, reduce the growth of handicrafts, and the workers loses the satisfaction of having made a commodity in full. Now let us see the derived factors, capital and entrepreneur. Capital is a man-made physical goods used to produce other goods and services. In the ordinary language, capital means money. In economics, capital refers to a part of man-made wealth which is used for further production of wealth. All wealth is not capital, but all capital is wealth. According to the Marshall, capital consists of those kinds of wealth other than free gifts of nature, which yield income. It is a office, machinery, and factory. Then forms of capital. There are three forms of capital: physical capital or material resources. Example, machinery, tools, buildings, etc. Money capital or monetary resources. Example, bank deposits, shares and securities, etc. Third one is human capital or human resources. Example, investments in education, training and health. Then characteristics of capital. Capital is a passive factor of production. Capital is man-made. Capital is not an indispensable factor of production. Capital has the highest mobility. Capital is productive. Capital lasts over time. Capital involves present sacrifice to get future benefits. Now we'll see about an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who combines the different factors of production, land, labor, and capital in the right proportion and initiates the process of production and also bears the risk involved in it. The entrepreneur is also called organizer. In modern times, an entrepreneur is called the changing agent of society. He is not only responsible for producing the socially desirable output but also to increase the social welfare. Look at this entrepreneur and characteristics of the entrepreneur. Identifying profitable investable opportunities and deciding the location of the production unit. Making innovations pudumaigal and new method they have to implement, and deciding the reward payment. Then taking risk and facing uncertainties. They have to take risk and எதிர்பாராத ஏதோ விளைவுகளையும் அவங்க சந்திக்கணும். Any difficulty is there also they have to face it. And now we'll see about the recap of the lesson. Production is a process of combining various material inputs and immaterial inputs in order to make something for consumption. Utility means want satisfying power of a product. Utilities are in the nature of form utility, time utility and place utility. There are three types of production: primary production, secondary production and tertiary or service production. Inputs are called factors of production. Factors of production are land, labor, capital, organization. The concept division of labor was introduced by the father of economics, Adam Smith, in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations.